Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Now we're going to get you caught up on gas prices where you live. We have a look around the area. Sam's Club off 112 and North Shiloh Drive in Fayetteville. They have gas there for $3.01. So we're seeing some lower prices than we have been in recent weeks. At the Walmart near Grinnell Avenue in Fort Smith, the regular gas $2.89. That's pretty cheap. And the Murphy Express on Southeast Walton Boulevard and L Street in Bentonville, you can find gas there for $3.07. So we're doing much better this week than we have been. All right, before we get to more top stories, let's get a check of the forecast with meteorologist Stephen Abshire. And Stephen, it looks like we're off to a bit of a warmer week this time around.
Yeah, Joe, you're right. We're heading right towards average for this time of the year, which is nice considering we were really cool earlier on this weekend. But yeah, temperatures for today are going to get into the 50s pretty much across the board. 52 in Fayetteville, 53 in Fort Smith, and 51 in Waldron later on this afternoon with really sunny skies that are going to continue not only for today but into tomorrow. But as we move into Wednesday and closer to Thanksgiving, got some rain chances on the way, and it could be disruptive to some of your holiday plans. But showers will move in on Wednesday, and then Wednesday night we're going to have around a 20% chance for rain, with the bulk of those rain chances going to fall on Thursday, mainly in the morning, but continuing later on throughout the middle of the day with around a 40% chance for showers for both the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas. That will move all the way through into Friday morning as well, but really just going to begin to dissipate by Friday morning. Most of the day on Friday is looking to be clear at this point. But taking a look at the 7-day forecast, we're going to continue a bit of a warming trend as we move from Monday, Tuesday, and into Wednesday, where we get almost into the 60s for Northwest Arkansas. But a bit of a cold front will move through on Thursday. That's what's going to bring some of those rain showers. But by Friday and Saturday, we're looking a little bit more drier, but we could have another system on the way late Saturday into Sunday. Just something that we're going to be keeping an eye on here. And then taking a look at the River Valley, could have some 60s to start out the middle of this week on Tuesday and Wednesday. But by Thursday, those are when those rain chances will move in. Friday and Saturday and Sunday, another warming trend is going to be into the cards. But now I'm going to send it back over to you, Joe, with another look at the headlines.
All right, thanks so much, Stephen. Now, if all this cold weather hasn't got you in the holiday mood, maybe this will. A family-friendly winter activity in Bentonville. It's the ice rink at the Lawrence Plaza. That is now open. Now, what serves as their splash pad during the summer turns into a skating rink during the winter. Bentonville Parks and Recreation says the rink will be open through February the 12th. And if that's not enough, we've got several Christmas parades happening across our area. Let's take a look at those. You might have already seen us out in Fayetteville on Friday night at the Lights of the Ozarks Parade. But here's a look at a few other events where you can expect to see familiar faces right here from your 5 News team. We'll be at the Rodeo of the Ozarks Parade this Saturday in Springdale and in Rogers on Friday, December 2nd. We'll also be in both Bentonville and Fort Smith hosting parades on Saturday, December 10th. You can find more on other holiday traditions happening right where you live. Just visit our website, 5newsonline.com. Now, if you're in the mood to go shopping instead this weekend, here's a look at the best places to visit on Black Friday this year. The average discount each place usually gives people. We're taking a look at those. Coming in at number 1 is JCPenney with a 64.7% average discount. Number 2, Belk at 64.2%. Macy's coming in at number 3, with Office Depot and Office Max sharing spot number 4 at almost a 50% discount this year. And you don't see it on your screen, but Kohl's actually came in number 5 with a 44% discount. Other shops that made it on the list were Target, Big Lots, Academy Sports, and the Home Depot. And of course, we can't forget Thanksgiving. It is this Thursday, the time of year when turkey is on everyone's mind. But you might be surprised to learn a man in England is considered one of the world's experts in carving turkeys. Ian Lee has the story from England. Take a look.
Learning about the best bird for Thanksgiving starts 3,000 miles away on an English farm. Paul Kelly's family has been raising turkeys for more than 70 years.
They're hard to keep alive. I always say they are looking for a way to die.
From pasture to the perfect plate, Paul's turkeys age for 2 weeks.
So is this kind of like dry aging beef?
Exactly.
Paul recommends finding a mature bird, meaning more fat on it.
If you get a bird like this, you can bounce it up and down, and I've cut the legs, and it's just a solid, mature bird.
That's a sign of quality.
Sign of quality.
This turkey tastes half as good as it looks. I think we're all in for a very big treat.
And to make sure your holiday doesn't end up like this one, let's talk turkey.
Turkey is not a very forgiving meat. When you take it over the top, it goes downhill very quickly. If you take your turkey out of the oven and that skin is beautifully crisp and golden, you've overcooked the turkey. So let's get down to carving it.
When it comes to the craft of carving, Paul takes us under his wing.
But all you've got to do is just take your time.
Easy for him to say. He holds the world record for the fastest carver at just over 3 minutes.
Take the leg off, take the wings off, take the breasts off. Once you've got them all there, then you're organised, then you can start to carve.
But after skillfully slicing and dicing, how does it taste?
Well, that's really good. I'd look forward to eating that on Thanksgiving Day.
Gobbling up tips from an Englishman for traditional American Thanksgiving.
That's some good advice. I hope everybody's turkey turns out just like that. All right, well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news and weather where you live. Make sure to catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more news and weather. Have a great Monday.